and there's much talk when you look on rugby forums and keep you updated with the chatter and the discussion there about rugby structures. Moving forward, we're all comfortable with where we are in terms of the structure and the setup that we have at Llandarcy on a day-to-day basis.
I'm more than happy with the total structure. I mean, Steve is with us till 2020, and we'll head that up. Looking to make improvements along the way. At the introduction of Alan Clark, as you said, it's Brad's second season, so we got to build on the, putting that bedrock in of what he wanted from a defensive structure, and look to improve that. And again, massively important below that is the support network around the development structures and staff and the programs and the pathway that underpin what we do, because that is what we're about. Huge investment from the business in that area, because we have to develop our own players, because the way the market is going on top end players, it's not sustainable for us. So massive focus on development for the region, looking to always strengthen the on and off the field around the senior environment to be the best we can be there, facilities and everything else that goes along with that.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that we're more than happy with the structure. A lot of the unsung sort of work that goes on, Andrew mentioned there, below the radar as regards development. You've got people like Richard Fussell, Tom Smith, etc., Duncan Jones, Andrew Bishop. They're all growing in their roles. I mean, this year now, Tom will start to take part of the tackle ball area with the first team. So that's an advancement, as well as his duties with the other groups. So I think it's, the structure is, it's unique to us. It's unique to us. Some people sort of say, well, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? We are more than comfortable with our structure. Andrew, as managing director, he comes with rugby pedigree, and is learning the business side of the business. And we're fortunate that we've got a board that's able to help him there. We've got people like Steve Maddox, an eminently qualified financial man. Chris Richards, proven as vice chairman, a proven businessman. Jeff Atherton with business experience, etc., and rugby experience. So we're very fortunate that these guys can impart and help our relatively young management team, which I think is important. I endorse what Andrew says there. We're more than comfortable with our structure, and we think we see it as a growing structure. And as I said, Steve Tandy's with us, fronting it up till 2020. He's learning all the time, has made mistakes. Of course he's made mistakes, like we all make mistakes. But we're looking, if you look at how we progressed over the last few years in our performance, I think given the restraints, the cash restraints, which are well documented, I think we're making a fair fist of it.
Yeah, and to add to that, I know on an external kind of view on that, our relationship with the WIU is moving forward in the best way forward, really, and we're all working hard together, being interdependent of each other, on how we take Welsh rugby forward. And I think that's our responsibility, is how do we achieve more together within that. So that can only get better, and it's identifying where the shortfalls are in the whole game to improve that. It's working with the Pro 14, with the Guinness Pro 14, to make the competitions generate more income, which knock on to the TV deals, and we can't do that without working together. So I think it's critical to say, really, that's a real positive at the moment, and we are taking them steps to make the whole of Welsh rugby better.
So we've talked rugby, but if we look at the commercial arm of the business at the moment as it stands, very busy, very active. We've got 2 new key commercial partners on board in terms of Love Rugby in Canterbury, just launched the away jersey, and the home jersey launching next weekend at the Liberty Stadium. We've got season memberships currently at 99% of target. We will pass target. We will have more than 5,000 season members. It shows that people are buying into what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, it's about the product of, and engaging with our community, because everything we do, again, where do our players come from, where do our coaches, referees, everything to do with supporters, everything to do with what we are comes from the community. And part of what we haven't talked about is Ospreys in the community, where Paul Whatman and the work they do there to engage with our communities. It's all interlinked. Supporters, the season tickets going past 5,000 are at 99% of target. I mean, the work we've engaged with 2 circles around helping us with our strategy around that. We need to put a performance and a product out there that people want to come and see, in a league that people want to come and see.
Yeah, I think commercially, I mean, if you take you talk about 99% the target. That target is an increase on last year, so I think that's important to mention. So there's a lot of natural doom and gloom surrounds Welsh rugby, and particularly surrounded the Pro 12, and it's a struggle to combat that. But we feel that we are, along with some other regions, are turning the corner as regards that. And we feel very, very positive about it. The commercial activity has been very, very strong. Hugh Warren has come in as commercial manager and done an excellent job, not only with the headline sponsors like Lovell, Canterbury, etc., but also with the local support we get. And sort of local businesses are, getting right behind us and understand what we're trying to do and are very, very supportive. I'll go back to the crowds. Our crowds have increased. All right, they're not huge crowds, but they're increasing year on year, and we want to build that slowly. Andrew mentions the product, really business-like term, product, but it is true. I think some of the stuff we played last year was, accepting the end of the season was disappointing. We did play some very, very good rugby, and we're looking to get back to that and improve it as the season goes on.
I think it's particularly pleasing when you touched on the commercial side, the season memberships. We've just launched today the new match ticketing structure, which will reward those who buy early to make it more cost effective for them. The response we get in is particularly pleasing when it's been perhaps a frustrating summer off the back of the end of last season, with all the uncertainty around the Pro 14 structure and some negative press because there was perhaps an information vacuum. We've still been able to buck the trend a little bit.
Yeah, and the negative press, that's back on the back of not having information, so people just speculate, which hasn't been helpful, but for very good reasons nothing could be said about it because of how delicate the negotiation was with the South Africans. And like Rog mentioned earlier, for the amount of change to take place in the new competition that's in the time is unheard of in rugby terms. I mean, that was turned around in 3 to 4 months. So while we appreciate all the frustration that must have been going out there with the supporters and season ticket holders about what games you got to come and see, there was a reason for it. And I just hope everybody buys into the excitement of the new Guinness Pro 14 competition moving forward, because we certainly are, and we're really looking forward to the new season and what the new challenges are going to bring.
Yeah, I think as well, there's one thing that doesn't exist in this organisation, and that's complacency. And we're certainly not going. We're trying to be in line with what the Pro 14's doing. We're trying to be innovative. I always have tried to be innovative in everything we do. We like to be first in many aspects of pushing rugby forward. And I think I'll go back to it. Complacency doesn't exist with us. Might not always get it right. But we're always trying to be innovative and drive this organisation forward.
If we can round up now then, we've talked last season, we've talked this season. Let's look a little bit longer term. What does the future hold for the Ospreys, for professional rugby in the Northern Hemisphere, Pro 14, Europe, British leagues, revenue, where is that going to come from, new investment? There's a lot we can talk about, but you're an overview if you can.
Right,
please.
just quickly, and no doubt Andrew will follow up on it. I think the key thing at the moment is our relationship with the WRU. Absolutely key, critical to our success. There've been some high-powered meetings going on during August. Andrew's been in them. Chris Richards, our vice chairman, has been attending them. And what I will say is that it's very, very positive. Our relationship with the union is growing, and there's a recognition. It's a new regime with a fresh outlook, which is very, very encouraging for us. And I think there's a realisation that the only way that Welsh rugby will prosper and be a top-tier nation is if we all work together. It's an old cliche, working together, but another word has come out, which is interdependence. And I think that's key. We're all interdependent. As a region, we must be independent, and we must put our own stamp on things, our own identity, and we're very, very jealous of being tribal, and that must be in the other regions as well. But then we all come together under the Welsh umbrella. Now, if we all work together, that will improve things generally as regards finance, which again is critical to the professional game. We need to drive more money so we can retain our players in Wales. We must invest more in development, because that's key. You'll never be able to match the money of England and France, but we can match them by being smart. And if you're on the same wavelength as the WRU, things like negotiating leagues, etc., there will be a Welsh viewpoint, but it won't be a master-slave relationship that Andrew refers to. It'll be one of equality, all striving to achieve what we're looking for. So I think that's the most important thing going forward, is developing the strong relationship. That there's green shoots at the moment, very, very encouraging, but we need to build on that and build on it quickly.
Yeah, and just to echo what Rod said, really, the interdependency on each other, working together as an adult-to-adult kind of relationship. And we have to, for the future of the Welsh rugby entirety, we have to work together on a wider scale of our competitions where we are now. Like I said earlier, we may be looking back in 10, 15 years, this was the first step that Pro 14 took to bringing together some kind of global competition. Who knows what's to come, whether England or France look to expand their views on how the league structures look, and we work together. I'm sure this is just the start, and things will come off the back of it.